Whatever you do, do not be complacent like Jeffrey. What a shame it is to waste your youth, to waste the most precious asset that you have, which is your time, on instant gratification activities like video games and porn. Jeffrey feels so negative about himself, but then he tries to convince you to be just like him. He tells you that it's okay to play video games. He says that watching porn isn't that bad. It's your choice. Do you want to be like Jeffrey, or do you want to be like Adonis? Adonis has incredibly high levels of self-esteem. He's still humble, but he acknowledges the progress that he's made, and he feels so happy to be himself. He's in a beautiful position in life. Just look at him. Look how confident he looks. My God, what a beautiful man. How did Adonis get this way? Because he wasn't born like this. Through trials and tribulations, Adonis put himself through challenges. Every self-admitted challenge that Adonis conquered made him feel better about himself. How could he not respect himself after going through 10,000 workouts? How could he not love himself after being so kind and generous to his community? That is the path that you must take. I'm not going to give you the same feel-good advice that you might have seen on other YouTube videos, which is about like how to like yourself more, be kind to yourself and just have a bath and eat your favorite snack. Shut the f up. How is that gonna help, bro? The amount of bad advice that's out there that will not work for a young man who's trying to improve and make something of himself is abysmal. You know that feeling inside of you where you don't feel like contempt right now? You don't really like yourself that much. You know why you get that feeling? Because inside of you, you have untapped potential. Your brain, your body, and your soul knows that there is more to you, that you have wasted time, you have wasted potential on video games and porn and drugs and junk food instead of achieving everything that you could have. No wonder you don't feel good about yourself when you have thousands of hours getting accomplishments on video games instead of accomplishments in real life. Everyone else will tell you that, no, you should love yourself. The truth is, you will only love yourself when you feel like you deserve it. And this idea of like unconditional love, I can sacrifice my future potential, but I should still love myself. No, there is only one condition to your own self-love. Stop sacrificing yourself. Every time you indulge in some instant gratification activity, some pleasurable activity like video games, what you're doing is sacrificing some of your future potential. Eventually, when you get older and you look back at the time that you've wasted, you can't help but have a sense of dislike towards yourself. You think back to your younger self and just think, why didn't you study harder? Why didn't you just focus? Why did you procrastinate so much? Why did you play so many video games? Why did you eat that much junk food when you knew that we wanted to get a six-pack? Now flip the script and imagine that you start doing the right things. You start doing the good habits. You start delaying gratification. That means when you do the hard activities today that make your life better in the future. So you study, you work out, you meditate, you gratitude journal, you go out into nature, you go on a walk and you get some sunlight and you drink some water. That makes your life better tomorrow. And suddenly it is tomorrow. You look back to yesterday and have a sense of accomplishment and a happiness feeling about you. Because bro, I don't know about you, but I've tried to implement the advice that I saw from other people telling me like, you know, just love yourself no matter how you are. And it was like I was faking it. You can't be told to love yourself by some random guy who doesn't even understand you. If you don't love yourself, that means something is wrong. That means that you have disrespected yourself. It's because you haven't been valuing yourself highly. It's because you've been making all of the easy, pleasurable choices that sacrifice your long-term potential. You can't help but feel negative about yourself if you do that. And then look around you and see how normal this is, that everyone in your class, everyone in your work, all of your friends are like this. They all indulge in instant gratification. They're literally sapping happiness, potential, and success from their future self just so they can have a bit of pleasure today. Around 2 years ago, this was literally my daily routine. I would wake up late and the first thing that I would do is go to the toilet to have a but I would literally spend 30-45 minutes just like I'd be done with this 45 minutes just scrolling on Reddit, and usually I'd jack off at this point. Like literally within half an hour of waking up, I would have fapped for the first time of that day. And yes, the first time. There was multiple more that we've got to talk about. I'm going through YouTube videos, scrolling on Reddit, and Imgur. Who the f uses Imgur, bro? And then I would start smoking weed. Like I've barely been awake for about 45 minutes. I would start smoking weed and start eating like junk food straight away. I would stick on music videos or play video games, and I had like a gamer girlfriend to do this with. And so obviously there was so much pleasure here that it was so hard for me to take a step back from this toxic environment. But all day I'd be smoking weed, eating junk food, having sex, and even fapping as well. And you might think, oh well, that sounds like the dream life for me, but it's like that can be fun for a day, but when that's your life, when you have the habit of playing video games, when you have the habit of watching porn, when you have the habit of eating junk food, you feel like trash. You can't help but feel bad about yourself when you do the wrong things. And I used to see these self-improvement videos that said like, oh no, just love yourself, be easy on yourself. And I wish it worked because that sounds so good. But I used to feel negative about this, and I used to journal saying that I didn't like my life. I would journal saying that I wanted to change things up. I wanted to become successful. I wanted to make money. I wanted to be able to travel. I wanted to have like a girlfriend who I really connected with. And there was one thing I journaled which will really help you. Because one time I journaled that I was actually actually grateful for feeling bad? Try and think about why. Why was I grateful? Why did I think it was a good thing that I felt bad about myself? Because I realized that that bad feeling that I had was kind of like a car alarm. It was kind of like a warning indicator, like, you know, like a warning light in a car or a plane or something, showing you that something is wrong. Because I started to visualize the generation of people who don't have that bad feeling when they do bad habits. Think about it. If you didn't feel bad when you did the bad habits, you would continue doing them feeling like it was no problem at all. And some of your friends might be like this. Some of your friends feel good when they spend all day on video games. Some of your friends don't think that fapping and watching porn is like a problem at all. The fact that you feel bad about it shows that your potential is so much higher. Like, you know for a fact your potential is so huge that you don't want to stay at this level down here. You are not content with staying at this level down here. Do not allow these other people to brainwash you and say like, nope, you should stay there and you should love yourself. You don't stay there. You don't love yourself because you know that you're better than that. This might be one of the first times you've been actually told this by someone. In the modern day, everyone's fine with being weak. Everyone's fine with like not achieving their potential. Clearly you aren't. If you've watched all of this video so far, you're so much more invested in your future potential than everyone else. Oh, just make a bath. Have your favorite snack. Shut the f up. When your favorite snack is sugar, maybe you shouldn't have it. They'll give you these stupid like wishy-washy pieces of advice to try and make you feel content with being a loser. Bro, if you feel bad with being a loser, that's actually a good thing. The worst case scenario is someone who feels okay with being a loser. That feeling inside of you right now, be grateful for it. It's because of that feeling that you will do something about it. And if you want to know what to do about this feeling so that you can make progress in life, achieve some level of success, and actually have some like level of self-love and respect for yourself, it's self-improvement. Start doing the good habits that you already know about. You know that you should be exercising every single day for the rest of your life. You know that you should be sleeping well and you shouldn't be staying up so late. You know that you shouldn't be eating that junk food. You know that you shouldn't be spending hours on social media and TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat. Who the f uses Snapchat, bro? How can you respect yourself when you still use Snapchat? Share this video to a Jeffrey friend who needs it. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.